This is Passion for Your Passions, a podcast about what makes life worth living. I'm Krista.
And I'm Julie. And on this episode, we're starting fresh. We're doing new things. We have a new mascot. He's hella cute. And we're talking about what's coming up this year that we're excited for. Hey guys, did you miss us? We were gone for quite a while.
Yeah,
it's the longest I haven't seen you, actually. It's kind of funny.
It's kind of weird. It was like a very long break or just having Christmas, and it's like, I wonder what Julie's up to.
Yeah, we didn't even talk. We're just like, we need a break. We need a minute.
It was like that time we stopped being friends in high school.
Just for like, just too long, yeah.
We had like this time, I think we just got sick of each other.
But we both know when that happens, which is even funnier, that we just, like, we don't take it personally. We're just like, I need a minute. Like, it's not you or me, it's both of us. So can we just take a minute?
I need a break from you.
You're like, we need a break from this. So anyway, welcome to season 2 of our podcast. So we went a whole year, and we did a podcast for a whole year.
Yeah.
I think that's an achievement.
It is an achievement. I feel weird about it sometimes.
Yeah, I kind of think back to the start where it took us like 3 months to do an episode. Because we're just so anal and weird about shit. It's like,
and then towards the end, it's like, whatever.
We figured it out. We're like, it's not supposed to be this hard, guys.
Just put it out.
Just fucking put it out.
Add sound bits sometimes.
Yeah, make it funny, maybe, or something. But as you may or may not have noticed, depending on how successful we are when we edit and do everything. But we have new music. We have a mascot now on our Facebook page, and it's super cute, and everybody's like really excited about it.
Are they?
Yeah, I was showing people. I'm like, look at this! It's so cute! And they're like, oh my god, that is cute! I'm like, we need to put him in outfits! Like, he's a mascot!
I do love him.
Yes.
I mean, it was kind of weird to draw him, and I still think I need to maybe go and fix him a little bit, because I realized, like, especially on Facebook, sometimes you can't see him. Like, I think it's because of the color scheme. Like, he just blends in completely, but he's still there. He's a very cute little passion fruit. He's just happy to be here.
Just happy to be alive, you know? Yep, and I've written and updated some music, because I feel like, as much as I want to write epic music for it, that's not the vibe that we put out, and it's just, at the end, it's fine. It works perfectly for the end, but the beginning, it's like, no, it should be ridiculous, whatever the beginning is, to kind of give you an idea of what you're getting into.
Yeah, us being ridiculous.
Yes, so I think good things.
Us being ridiculous in 2022.
Yes, new year, new ridiculousness. I'm all about it.
So do we have any, like, goals or reflections that we want to, I mean, I guess we could go either way, the way I just put that. Do we want to reflect on last year, or do we want to talk about
I think we're literally just improving everything by a small percent. Like, I feel like we're just doing an over scrub of everything, and we found kind of our place with a lot of things. Like, we started adding bloopers to the end of it, and we have the sound bites, and we're just a lot more comfortable. So I feel like we were just progressing throughout the year, and we're here now, and it's cleaned up. Not totally, obviously, but it's cleaned up a lot. I think our main goal is just not to be as windy and long.
Yeah, which is a hard thing for me, but I'm hoping with some of the structural things that we're doing that'll stick a little bit more. I'm sure that we probably still... Okay, so we should talk about this this first goal. Is that one of the things we want to do is, like, have our this podcast be about 30 minutes. Somewhere in that range. I'm sure there's going to be times we're going to go over when we're having topics that are really, interesting to us, when Dragon Age comes out, things like that.
We can't help it. It's just part of it. But we should be able to give you a warning versus it just happening. And then, do you have any goals for, like, we're both bad at social media.
Mm-hmm. Are
we trying to be better at that, or is it kind of we'll get there when we get there?
Yeah, I want to be better about it. I definitely want to start by being better about it on Facebook, just because I think that's easier for both of us, and I'm not the best at Twitter anyway, to be honest. you know, as things get better, maybe I'll go that route. But, like, I'm just not really a Twitter person.
I'm not so self-indulged. Like, that's how that is to me. I'm like, who gives a shit what I'm talking about today? Like, Facebook is at least enough of a minutia of memes and family and everything like that. It feels different. And it's older. So it just feels different than the rest of them do.
But, you know, I think us putting out, you know, things that, like, we're thinking about and putting it on the page, or, like, little memes, you know, like that kind of stuff. Like, nothing too serious. But, like, if we find, like, a funny meme and we're like, hey, look at this relates to it. This is a passion.
There you go. Yeah, like last year I did a small video about, like, beekeeping. Could do stuff like that on there. And it's stuff we're already doing on Facebook, just not on that page. So,
yeah.
Just need to be better.
And now, you know, we got the whole new logo. It's very purple. There's a passion fruit. I like the way it turned out. It looks really good too on our website. I don't know if you looked at the website or not, but it looks
sharp.
Snazzy.
Yeah.
Snazzy as hell.
Does he have a name? Should we name him?
What's a good name for a passion fruit? He's purple and he's happy.
Pastulio. That's the first thing. I wanted a name with a P. I was just like, Pastulio. But that's not cute enough. It's really dramatic.
Is that a real name?
It's from Invader Zim.
Okay.
That's what he names, like, his boil on his face. It needs to be cuter than that, sorry. Pascal, like the...
Oh, like the
chameleon.
lizard. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's one of my husband's favorites.
There you go. His name could be Pascal.
He could be Pascal. We do that stupid scene all the time. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's like the one scene where, like, I think it's like she gets like a crown and she's like trying to figure out how to put it on. So she like puts it on her arm and he's like, and she literally like puts it on her leg and that's,
I love that face.
Like, no.
Yeah. I love the bit where he just like points at the hand, like, just really dramatically. Yeah, his name's Pascal. We did it.
Okay. We've accomplished one thing.
One thing done.
We have a mascot. We're reflecting. So instead of reflecting, you know, I guess, well, okay, there's one more thing, I guess, that we could talk about is in terms of what we want to do this year, which is have more guests.
Yes.
So we're going to quadruple our amount because we had one guest last year.
That was a win, okay? But now we want a guest every quarter. So since that was kind of the idea behind the podcast in the first place.
Kind of.
Don't
tell people that. We had many lofty goals.
Yes, we can't stop thinking. It's the kind of people we are. So yeah, we want to each come up with 2 guests and we'll have hopefully a reoccurring guest. Secret who it is when we only had 1 guest in the first place. Puzzle that out, fans.
Figure out who it is. It's Julie again. We have 2 Julies.
2 Julies again, yeah. So, okay. I think that's enough about what were podcast goals and everything, even though it's a podcast episode. We should probably talk about it. We did.
Oh,
so
wait, no, there's one more thing.
God.
There is one more thing that is important that we should talk about.
Well, it's obvious. I would hope.
Yeah, I would hope that people have realized this, probably, that we decided to change the day to Tuesday.
Which was a hard thing for me to process.
Yeah, Julie had about a mental breakdown over it, and I felt bad. And it wasn't intentional. The thing is, and this is maybe getting too technical and maybe it's not super interesting, but basically when people listen to podcasts, they tend to listen to them more in the beginning of the week because it's like, I don't know, it's like a reminder to do it. Whereas Friday is kind of like the weekend and people just don't think about it as much. So the idea was if we did a Tuesday, that was a good balance. And then, yeah, Julie was all prepared for Fridays, more Fridays. And then when I told her, I was like, yeah, we should change it.
What killed me, I had every episode listed out. And then you sat with me and finished listing them out. And then when we were done, you were like, oh, we should probably change it to Tuesday. Like, what did we just waste all of our time doing? I worked so hard.
I did feel bad.
It blew my mind that even you put in work and went, oh, wait, I wanted to mention this. As if it wouldn't affect everything we just did.
I did feel bad, so, you know.
It was a bad time.
It wasn't like I was just being intentionally hurtful.
I know, and like it made sense. I wasn't upset about the idea. I was upset about the timing. Okay, just not okay.
Okay, but we can stop talking about the podcast now. That's fine. We instead we're just doing the podcast now.
Instead, now we're just having an episode. You know,
Yeah.
not a mental episode, an episode of a show.
Yeah, we're supposed to entertain people now.
What? How does that work?
We got Boba.
That's not for them, though. It was.
We got Boba for you.
Yeah, we got Boba, so we'd be happier for you.
Should we start making noisy sounds like we always do?
Oh no, I don't have any noise. There's no ice or anything.
I know. I have ice. That could be annoying. There you go. There's your noise.
Nailed it. I always cut those noises. We make them. I'm like, this is dumb.
It is dumb.
One day we'll have one worthy to keep. Might be today. But yeah, I am a very reflective, goal-organized type person. So as soon as like it was nearing the end of the year, I was like, I have a million things I have to do for the next year, and my brain was buzzing and I couldn't sleep. Mm-hmm. So I have a ton of stuff I'm excited for in 2022, including that 2/22/22 is on a Tuesday. Because that's just...
And then you have to have tacos.
Pleasing. I just like all the twos on a Tuesday.
That does make sense. And then you have to have tacos. I think that part's important too.
Indeed.
It's the most ultimate Taco Tuesday that's ever existed.
There will never be a greater Taco Tuesday.
Well, in terms of some things, because I was trying to look up, like, this year and things that I was interested in and, like, things that would be fun. I think there's a couple video games. One being, God of War. That's what I was trying to say. I was about ready to say Thor, and I was like, that's not
Ragnarok.
Yeah. God of War, and I think that might have been, well, I mean, if Dragon Age does come out, although I'm not really sure, is it just not going to happen this year?
I couldn't get a definitive answer when I was looking up stuff. Because it would still, on basic forums, be like, no, it's the regular release date. And then all the, like, conversations after the fact are like, no, it got pushed back. And, like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I kind of just wrote it off. I'm just going to assume not. Because, I mean, towards the halfway point of the year, we'll know for a fact, but...
Well, at least there will be God of War, which I did. I enjoyed God of War. I didn't play it. I watched my husband play it, but...
It's a good one to watch.
Yeah, I had fun with it, with all the boy.
Boy. Yeah. He's got a name.
Stop being an idiot.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, I have the statue. I played the game. I just love that axe. I'm like, do the Thor, like, like, it's back. Got it. Nailed it. I'm excited for a handful of games, actually. There's Zelda Breath of the Wild, too.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I missed that one when I was looking through today. But yeah, that's definitely one that I'm excited for, too.
Yeah. And then we talked about Horizon Zero Dawn, which you were like, I'll watch it. You didn't like the gameplay of that one as much.
I need to know more about it before, because the big thing for me was I just loved the story. And then to me, the story was over. So I'm like, well, what?
What are you going to do here, man?
Yeah, how are you going to entertain me?
Yeah. And then there's a Lord of the Rings game coming out that doesn't have a lot of details on it. So I don't even know if it's like an RPG or what, but it's the story of Gollum through, like... I don't know if it's all of it. Like I said, there's not a lot of details online about it. It's just called, like, Gollum.
Yeah. And I think, too, supposedly that Harry Potter game is coming out.
Yeah, Harry Potter Legacy is supposed to come out. That big open world RPG Harry Potter game, which I feel like is not going to be what I want it to be, but I will play the bejesus out of it anyway. So.
It will never be Prisoner of Azkaban.
No. I'll never live up to that glory.
I still keep telling people about Prisoner of Azkaban.
Such a solid game, everybody. I had like hand cramps from playing that game.
It was weird. There was 2 Harry Potter games I played when I was a kid, and one was the Chamber of Secrets, but it was like the Chamber of Secrets on the Game Boy Advance, which I think was different than all the other ones. And I really liked that game. And then there was also Prisoner of Azkaban, which I really liked that one too. And I think I've played like some of the other Harry Potter games, and I'm like, oh, these kind of suck, don't they?
4 is still good. It's haunting, but it's still good. 5 is when they start to suck hardcore. And 1 is really hard because it's old.
Yeah.
It's just hard. And then this one will make you laugh. I'm excited for Stray Do you know anything about that game?
The cat one, yeah.
The detective cats.
Yeah, I do kind of like that one. I'm just not sure about that.
It's gonna be terrible, but I'm so excited.
It looks very cute, I guess. Well, yeah,
it's really
cute's
dark,
the wrong word, but
cute.
You know, there is a cat, so automatically,
so automatically cuter than other games. Yeah.
It's weird. They keep canceling a lot of the games that I want to play, or like delaying them. So like video games has been a weird thing for me actually, and weirdly enough, I recently started playing Persona 5 again, which I don't, well, okay, part of it was because my husband got it for me for Christmas, but then I also don't know why I've subjected myself to this, because I don't know if people in the world know this. This is a 100+ hour game, and I don't know why I keep doing this to myself.
I was replaying Dragon Age, so.
I just like to torture myself. Unless a game is gonna torture me, I'm not interested. I want to be abused by video games.
I was explaining, because my friend was saying like, oh, I got this Mario game for my Switch. And I was like, yeah, platformers are my jam. I'm really good at them. And then I play Rayman, and I will literally spend 1 hour on one level. Do you know what that means? That means I die 60 times because the level only takes about a minute. So I'm literally dying in the same spot 40 to 60 times in a row. And I just sit there and grind, and I don't know how else to be. I just suffer. And that's the game. I'm really good at it too. It's like, but you died. Yes, you die a lot. But the point is that I'm really good at it, and this is how much I die. Imagine what you would do. You wouldn't even get past the first step, so shut up.
You would die 200
You would die
times.
within a second instead of 59 seconds, 1 second from the end, like I do. Every time.
Well, switching courses, talking about movies, there are 2 movies I would say that I'm looking forward to.
I wonder if they're on my list.
I think maybe one is. I'm
Definitely
not sure
one is. I don't know
about the other
other
one. So one is Thor: Love and Thunder, which the only reason for that is because, as I've said many times, I really like Taika Waititi. He's doing it again. This is the same guy who did Thor Ragnarok. So I'm kind of skeptical because some of the things I've heard about this movie, I'm a little nervous, but I really like Taika Waititi, and I'm hoping he's going to pull through for me. So there's that. And then the second one is that they're doing another Into the Spider-Verse, and I am pumped, especially not to do spoilers, but I saw Spider-Man. It was wonderful.
It was the best Spider-Man there has been so far.
Again, not to spoilers because I don't want to be that person, but it was
just
great.
Go watch it. It's the best Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, no contest. Best Spider-Man. Which, this was going to be part of my cold opener that I didn't have. And I watched that and I was like, oh my God, that was so amazing. I went in not having any expectations because I try not to watch details on these movies before I go see them. And then I went to see Matrix. And that was like the worst movie I've seen in a long time. And I was so goddamn mad. So mad. It was like the entire thing was like I was getting stabbed by a needle every like 10 seconds. Because it was, I would see where they're going and I'd be like, okay, we're here. Ah, you fucked it up. Like, it's like, God damn. It's the best way I really described it was like you're playing a major chord. Duh. And someone just has a half step off on this note in the middle of it. And you can hear it and it bothers you. And you're just like, I don't know what chord you're playing anymore because all I can fixate is on all the fucking stupid notes that are wrong. Like, it's just, everything about it was hot trash. I hated every second. Every second of that movie was a waste of my life and I hate it.
Well, you're not alone. A lot of people have felt that way about that movie, from what I understand. I watched it with my husband. I don't know. I felt fine about it, but it wasn't like I liked it. There was a lot that was wrong. Like, I will say that. Like, and I think like one of the biggest things for me, which this was kind of like what I was trying to explain to my husband, was like, I feel like in a lot of movies they do this thing now where it's like they take out the tension. And they kind of did that in this one because, so like in the first Matrix, there was the whole thing where like you had to go to the phone booth, right? And that's like how you got out. So there was like a lot of tension because like if you didn't get to the phone booth, like you were going to die basically. And this one, like they just took that away.
Yeah.
And so it's like, there's no like, okay, so you can just leave like whenever basically. Like there was just no tension at all. Like because you basically knew Like, nobody was gonna die. Like, there wasn't any... Yeah, it's weird. There was another movie that I watched recently where they did, like, kind of the same thing, and I thought that. I was like, why would you just take out all the tension? There's no purpose.
Well, this will be my last comment on it. I'm a huge, huge, huge Matrix fan. I watched every movie right before I saw it. And there's a particular feeling you get when you're watching those movies. There's still this edge. There's still this, like, dread and drama that you feel, even though I've seen these movies, like, every other month for years, okay? I love these movies, and I still get that feeling. Not even for a second did I have anything like that feeling while I was watching this movie. So, but even if I take that feeling... Like, just say I'm a super fan or I'm weird, whatever. If I take that feeling out, it's still a shit movie. Like, there's nothing redeemable about that movie. Every part of it is trash, and I hate it. Okay, I'm done. We're done. So, movies I want to see, because I can't be any more angry about this.
Okay. Go.
I want to see the Doctor Strange movie. I'm pretty excited about that one because it's supposed to be really dark and horrific. And I really, really like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. So I'm excited to see more of him. I'm excited for Black Adam because it's going to be The Rock as one of my favorite characters in the DC universe. So I'm pretty excited for that, even though it's probably going to be terrible. And
Shazam was pretty good, though.
It was.
Maybe.
It's like every other hero they get right. And they're totally going to fuck up Batman, so I might be in luck with Adam.
I hope. I love Black Adam.
I love Black Adam.
I hope.
And there is a new Jurassic World movie coming out. It'll probably not be great, but I love Jurassic Park and Jurassic, like, the whole realm of everything about it. So I'm pretty excited about that, too.
Yeah, I mean, I hope there's some good things. I do. I mean, that was kind of honestly the worst part of, like, 2020 and 2021 is just, like, this feeling of nothing. Like, it's like nothing coming out, nothing being good. There was, like, I don't know, maybe some good TV shows. Actually, weirdly, and I'm probably gonna kick myself in the shin for this because it's not over yet. There's one more episode, but I have been watching, because they basically made more Dexter. I don't know if you've heard about this.
I started it. Yeah, we talked about it. Remember, we had a cold opener about it.
Oh, okay. It's actually been surprisingly good. I'm very nervous. There's one more episode.
I watched the first episode and then fell off.
No, it's fair. And I mean, Dexter itself isn't even for everybody, really. But, like, it's so surprising because I hated the ending of Dexter. So it's like, for me to actually be like, whoa, like, I'm actually having a good time. It's like
self-therapy. Like, you're resolving some of this, like, issues I have inside of me about how much I hated the ending of that show.
So there's that.
Okay.
But for other things, so just, I guess, rounding this episode out, more, like, personal goals, I want this to be, like, my year of doing new things. That's kind of what I want. So I've told some people this one goal. I feel a little weird saying it just because I feel like it has some negative connotations, but one of the goals that I have is I want to shoot a gun.
Just come to my house. We'll teach you everything you need to know about guns. It was really funny. Okay, story time. We can use our story time bit. So, like, I have a friend who will be nameless for this because I don't know if it would bother her or not. I have a friend, and she wanted to stay the night at my house, which, as the listeners may or may not know, I live next to my parents. And it was like I was back in high school. It was a very funny, weird moment. Because she's like, we need to go to your parents' house. I need to meet him. I'm like, okay, I'm an adult and live on my own, but we can go hang out with my parents, I guess. Like, and I guess to, like, impress him, or I don't know what her intention was, but she's like, hey, can we shoot guns in the morning? And I just looked at her like, what? My dad's like, yeah, sure, that's fine. I'll get him ready for the morning. And then she got drunk with me, and by drunk with me means, like, I was 2 drinks up on her, and she was white girl wasted, and I was like, what is wrong with you? And so she got drunk, and then we had to go shooting in the morning, and I was like, why are you doing any of this? Like, why are you? And what's even funnier is she wanted to shoot, we have a rifle, like, with a scope and everything, an intense handmade rifle, and she wanted to shoot it, but she couldn't even hold it. then she just got upset. She's like, I'm not comfortable holding this. And I'm just like, what do you, like, I picked it up and I shot with it. I was like, it's not that bad. It's easy. She's like, no, I can't even, it's too heavy. I can't even hold it. And it scares me. We're like, you don't have to shoot anything you don't feel comfortable with. But you're the one who wanted all of this. You literally asked for this gun. We were talking to my dad about it. So you can just come hang out at my house. We could just shoot. I've shot so many things out there.
Well, I mean, it's not surprising to me that, other people have done this. I think, like, I've been, like, kind of weird about guns, but, like, I don't know. I want
some
to.
exposure so it's not as, like, an unknown fear or unknownness to it, right?
Well, there's also, I don't want to be, like, the kind of person to be like, oh, well, guns are cool or, like, anything like that. But it's, like, I think that there is kind of an art to them and, like, an expertise, we'll say. Like, I think it is cool when people, like, know how to shoot them well. And, like, you can hit a target and, like, this kind of stuff and all that. Like, I think that that's kind of interesting and that's, like, an interesting skill. And, I just want to try it out, so.
Well, I have many a friend with many a guns. If there's any particular one you want, we could get a hold of it. All of my dad's are custom. So none of them have a bunch of kickback. Because we hate that, because what's the point? Someone handed me a Glock, like, shoot this, it'll be funny. I'm like, why? Because I'm not as big as you. And I shot him, like, why on earth would you need that? Like, it hurt my thumb so bad. I was just like, fuck you and your stupid goddamn gun. Like, there's no reason. I can shoot a gun that has 10 times the power and I don't feel it. Why would you do that? Like, it's stupid. And they tried to tease me like, oh, I'm like, no, it's just dumb. It has nothing to do with my strength or ability. It's like, it's dumb and I hate it. But are there any other personal goals? I will get you your gun. That's what I've established. Right
well,
now.
I'm going to have to come up with more. I just kind of want to try new things. Like, I think another one that I have is, like, I think I kind of want to go skiing. And then, well, this isn't really a new thing, but I think I basically want to get rid of, like, most of my wardrobe. Because I'm, like, getting to the point where I'm so sick of my clothes. And I feel like it's been basically a really long time of me just, like, hating my clothes. And I think part of it's me and part of it's other people. Like, people will give me clothes and I don't like them. But also, like, I think I have a weird thing where I keep picking out clothes and I don't like them. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's just, like, I think I should like it. And then I take it home and I, like, put it on or, like, I wear it for a while. I'm like, no, actually, I hate this. And that just keeps happening to me. So, like, I need to, like, sit down and invest and, like, just get a new wardrobe because I'm tired of hating my outfits.
Well, I will help you with whatever goals you want since I'm full of adventure and whatnot and resources.
You sound very full of adventure right now.
I'm always full of adventure. That's my life. I'm down for whatever. Down to clown. Let's go.
Okay, well, tell me about your goals if you have
Well,
any.
it's like, mine seem silly by comparison now. Because, like, I do new things constantly because it's just who I am. I get bored and I'm like, I'm going to do this thing. Why? Don't know. It came up. Someone mentioned it. I wanted to do it. So I went and did it. So my goals are more, I always pick hobbies that I want to work on and get better at every year. So mine is like, I want to get better embroidery. I actually really enjoyed it, even though I made you a really demented little jellyfish.
Yeah. Oh no, where did my jellyfish go? I actually am not sure.
Oh no.
Oh wait, no, I do know where it is. It's on one of my tables. Yeah,
So,
it was good. It was good.
I got better. I'm good at it. So I want to, like, I bought a few books. I want to get a lot more particular with it because I really enjoyed doing it. And then I have a million writing ideas in my head and I keep, like, jotting down what I need to know and then not writing it out. So I want to work and focus on writing more this year just because I need to get some of these projects done so they can stop being in my head. Because if they're in my head, I'll have dreams about them and, like, fill out more sequences and I'm just like, God damn it! Like, I can't have this shit in my brain anymore. Like, it's taking too much room. And then I want to finish and catalog my library. So it's like a home project that I want to get done. And I don't want to bake as much. That's a weird goal, but, like, that's been part of my goals for, like, 5 years is to improve baking. And this year I'm like, no, I'm done. No more improving on baking.
I want to stagnate.
I want stop. Just stop. I didn't bake for, like, 2 weeks, which is the longest I've gone, other than my episode from the Lego cake that had a mental breakdown, in 5 years. My kitchen stayed relatively clean for like 2 whole weeks. This is the weirdest thing. I was like, is this how normal people live? Because my kitchen's usually a disaster because I'm constantly baking and shit.
Yeah, baking is like that.
Yeah. So I guess we're excited for 2022 a lot more so than we were last year. Last year, we're just like, I guess we'll live through it. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, but this time it's like, you know what? We're in it. The unpleasantness in the world is happening. Whatever, I'm still gonna live my life.
We're gonna ride this ride. We're gonna fuck it up. Let's go.
I'm gonna, I don't know, shoot a paintball gun, shoot a real gun. I don't know.
All of the above.
Shoot at some target.
You can hit a couple frogs. They're fun.
Hit some frogs. No, I can't hit frogs.
Why?
Because
they're so prevalent in your life, you can take some out.
I have a connection with frogs.
I'll put that little fake one out there. You can shoot the fake one. That haunted you.
Yeah, he's still in my garden.
See, we'll shoot him.
I need to go get him and like wash him and bring him back.
You put him in like a glass case.
Just FYI, in case people don't remember, this is a plastic toy. I'm not talking about like a real frog. There's a plastic toy in my garden that has been tormenting me for years. If you want to know why, listen to the past episodes. I'm not re-explaining it. On the next episode, it is the long-awaited Great British Bake Off.
Yeah! We totally intentionally did this, and it'll be a weird episode because it's not going to follow our standard for this year because we recorded it in November.
Yeah. So it's probably a little bit longer, but this should be the last one that's like that.
Yeah, he kind of got lost in the mix. Louder. And I had books for you, but I forgot to bring them.
Oh yeah, I have pants for you.
I was so fixated on this, like, don't forget this. I like forgot.
I have pants.
Pants?
They're right behind you. That could have been the cold open. Shit.
I
got you pants.
I got you pants.
This is...
I didn't know you were recording when I was just talking shit. And I was like, wait, what is she? Oh shit, it's recording. Okay.